Hello guys, I'm Vijay Pratap Singh, and today we are going to do a sculpting of a small hard surface model actually. So you guys can see this project here, and let's start this. I also want to pum, 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 pum. Okay, and so now we are live. And sorry for the noise. If you guys are hearing some noise, then sorry for that. Okay, so this is our model actually, and today we are going to start this. And people who are new and people who are struggling while making the hard surface inside Zbrush, I think they will get some help uh, by this model. And let's start. So basically, I always prefer making the simple shapes first and overall shapes. So if you see here on this model, so if you see here, basically first we will make all the bigger parts. Bigger part means you can see this part is actually very big. This part, these cylinders are very big. Arms are very big, foot are very big. Even these legs, the upper legs, they are also very big. And this thing. So stuff actually, whenever you are going to make anything, the parts which is actually pretty much big, make them first, so it will look like your model is completed, like it will give you that feeling actually. So let's do. So I will start with the torso here. So if you see the torso part of this guy, of this model, so that is actually a cylinder, and I will come here, I will take the cylinder, let's create this, and let's change the shader. I don't want yeah, let's take something this. Okay, and right now if you see, turn on the wireframe, the mesh is very heavy here. So we will do one thing. Hey Akshish, how are you? Okay, so we will do one thing. The right now the mesh is like very heavy. We will do one thing here. Go to initialize. Don't hit this option. Make polymesh 3D. Otherwise, you won't get this option. So come here and then reduce this mesh. I don't want the heavy mesh. Yeah, this is good. And let's reduce this as well. Let's say this is fine. And now I will make it as polymesh 3D here. So let's make it like that. And now I will come here, hit W on the keyboard, so you will get your gizmo on your screen. And now let's squeeze this like this. So now we made a very simplified shape for the torso actually, and you can see it's very simple. It's just a cylinder actually. Turn on the wireframe, you can see here what is happening. And now let's do one more thing. We will create if you see here, we have a socket here actually for entering inside it. So uh, one thing you have to do, take your ZModeler brush. The shortcut of ZModeler is BZM. So BZM means for ZModeler. So, and let me turn off my touch. Yes. Okay, fine. So now this is our symmetry, and here we have our ZModeler. Okay, and I also want to put all these stuffs as well, like this cylinders, all the parts. So let's take some cylinder again. So insert, let's take this cylinder, come here, scale it down, and make it a little bit big. And I am moving it by W little bit offset because we have to put two cylinders actually. So like this. Okay, and now let's switch on our symmetry as well. I want to flip the cylinder there as well, so come in Z plugin, and basically I duplicate by shortcut, but basically many people are new, so that's why I'm not doing the advanced technique. So subtool and then mirror, merge into one subtool because we want to merge the duplicate one on a single layer. So keep it on x-axis, fine, and now see we have this. Hit W on the keyboard again, click on this third icon, and now I'll switch on the local as well. Why I'm switching on the local? Because if you will scale, you can see it's running actually. You can see it's running there on the it's running here. So if you will switch on the local, now you can scale them locally. See, like this, more better. And now I will keep it like this. Right now I don't care about the shape, I don't care about the size a lot, because right now I need a rough sketch of the whole model. So that's why I'm not running too seriously right now. And hit W on the keyboard again. I want to scale this thing a little bit more, like this. Yeah, fine. Hold shift and click on this brush icon. This is your poly paint. So if you will hold shift and click on this, see, so now you can see the color tone is actually same on all the subtools. And now we have to make the cap as well, the opening cap. So let's come here, and for this we will go in a new scene. So you have to hit here, and then you have to take a sphere actually. So let's take a sphere, and now you have to come here in initialize, and let's reduce the division. We don't need so much, so let's make it 18. Yeah, I think this is good. Make polymer 3D again, and now we have to come in our scene back. See. So now I will insert again, and this is my low poly sphere. So move it here. Yeah, like this. And you can see actually this is half, it's not full, so we have to make it half. So how we can make it half? First of all, switch off the perspective, because perspective always adds a distortion in your camera angle or in your field of view. So that's why I switch off this. And now Control, Shift and Alt, 3 buttons together, and now we can hide. See, this red selection will come, and now we can hide any part. So I want to hide this much part, so bring it here, release your mouse and see, boom. So now we have that part is actually hidden, it's not deleted, and right now you can see I can't see this part. So actually the normals are outside actually, so that's why we can't see the inside part. So we can come here and visibility. So come here in display properties, and let's switch on the double. Basically I have shortcut for this, see, but for you I'm doing this. And let's delete the hidden part. So geometry and then delete hidden. So click on this, and now the hidden part is deleted. Switch on the symmetry as well, like this. Yep. And now I will bring it close, like this. Yeah. And now one thing, if you see this cap is actually coming behind here somewhere. So hit W on the keyboard, your gizmo will come, and again bring it back somewhere here, like this. And now hold Alt and bring it back again. So what I'm doing actually, I'm changing the pivot. You can change the pivot, you can come here, you can unlock this lock, and you can move it back like this. Again, when you are done, when your lock is done, just snap it, lock it again, and now see I can rotate on this pivot like this. So let's do like this little bit. I am like keeping this thing little bit on air because we have to put this hinge as well later. So now it's fine. And I want to make it little bit big as well, so scale. Yeah. So now see we have this thing as well. And let's come on the forearm. So if you see the forearm part is actually very long and it is cylindrical as well. So for this we can again take a cylinder. So let's come and here and then insert, and I want the low poly cylinder actually. So I think this is the low poly one. Yeah, see, hit W, move it here, and now scale it, scale down. Yeah, like this, little bit big, and now we can make it little bit longer as well. And I will keep it like somewhere in the middle here. So let's come, I want little bit more radius. Yeah, fine. But if you see, the shape is actually tapered. You can see here it is very wide here, very narrow on the top, very narrow on the bottom as well. But the most narrow part is this. So we will come here and hit W, hit on this star icon, and select this deformer. So this is like your lattice or your FFD of Maya or Zbrush, sorry, of Max. So if you guys have used lattice tool or in Maya or FFD tool in Max, so you will have the idea. So basically this works in the same technique. So I will come here, hold Control Alt, select these vertices, and let's scale them a little bit down. So let's come here and do this. See, so now we have some scaling here and you can see it is little imbalanced. So again, come here, let's click on here, Control Alt, yeah, now they are selected, and now let's do this. Fine, little bit more, yeah. And in the middle it is actually very wide, so we can come here, Control Alt, and make it more wide like this. See, and now again we can come for the bottom part, and it is already narrow. See, already narrow, so I'm not changing it a lot. But yeah, overall size I want to tweak. I want to do this like that. And now what I want to, if you see, my forearm is actually more heavier in the back, so we will again come here and let's assign the deformer again, Control Alt, and now move it like this, and now select the middle part, make it more curvy like this, and little bit more heavy. Now again we can come here in Z plugin and we can flip it, so mirror, and now again the same thing like that. So now we have both arm base as well. Cool. Now, and now let's move on for the pelvis part. If you see the pelvis part as well, it is like a box actually, so we can take a box, insert a box like this, okay. And now right now it's black, it's fine, just select the layer. So how you can select layer in shortcut, you just click Alt and click, okay, hold your Alt button and then click. See, you can switch the layers pretty fast. And now let's fill the color. So right now if you see my color is white, just come in color and fill object, and now you can see it's fine. Okay, so now we have to go for the pelvis. Select, like hold Alt, click on this, and now this box is selected. W, hit W on the keyboard and move it here. So अभी अपन लोगों ने इसको move कर लिया है. So I'm using little bit Hindi as well. No partiality to anyone. Everyone is equal. Yes. Okay, so now we are here, and let's make it more smaller, like this, like this, and like this, like this, like this. And if you see, basically right now my box is not good. Why it's not good? Because it has a lot of triangles, a lot of polys, so actually it's not good looking, so we can make this mesh even more like uniform. And how to make it uniform, just come here and polygroups, and then hit on group by normals. So hit on this, and now you can see on each side we have different polygroups. So what it does, basically it divides your polys on the basis of the angle between them. Okay, so right now if you see, every plane has 90 degree of angle, and this button says, if you see here, maximum angle tolerance, so it is 45 degree. So if your two polys or plane has minimum 45 or greater angle of more than like 45 degrees, then it will assign different polygroup. And right now you can see we have different polygroups, so it's fine. Now come in geometry and then remeasure, and here keep groups. Why? Because if you will switch off, just hit remesh, see your edges will be little bit round. Even see the wireframe, they are too high, it's not looking good. So undo this, switch on the create groups, smoothness 0, I don't want any smoothness. And now let's hit on, okay, target polygon, make it low, like lowest. So I always make it very low. So let's come here, take 0.1, yep, and remesh, and then boom again, and we have this. Okay, so now we can again make it little bit lower like that. So you can see it's looking very nice, but you can see this box is actually very wide on the top, very narrow on the bottom. So we can again come and again hit W on the keyboard and come on deformer, assign the deformer, Control Alt button, select this, and then this reddish box. So this red box will scale your this model in this axis actually. So this is your x-axis. Just come here and scale it like that. And yeah, if you see we are getting curve, that is actually nice because we are getting curve here. Okay, and now we will come here. Let's make it like this. Now come here, make it like this. Yep. And also it is pretty wide from side as well. So I will come on the side view and open your this thing, solo mode, and now let's make this thing more narrow like this, and more and more and more like this. So now it's looking good, but I want one more thing. I want to make the pelvis more balanced in the back. So I will come here, select these two, I will move them a little bit more in the back, see, like that. So this thing is actually more flat and this thing is actually now more curvy. Okay, now fine, switch off the solo mode and we have this. Boom. Okay, so again we need now I'm going to make this thing this cover actually. So we can insert one low poly cylinder. Again, let's come here, hit W on the keyboard and then move it somewhere here, and let's yeah, fine. So I will keep it here, and now what, we can scale it little bit like this. And if you see, we have to make it hollow. And why we have to make it hollow? Hey, hi John. So we have to make it hollow basically. And why we have to make it hollow? So that our these cylinders of the leg can go inside. So I will come here and again I will hit group by normal. So let's come here, group by normal. And if you guys know about polygroup, then you should know that if you will hold Control Shift button together. So now right now I'm holding Control Shift button together and click on this green polygroup, see, like that. So other part will be hidden, other polygroup will be hidden, and you can only see the green polygroup right now. And of course right now I have to see the the back polys as well. So switch on double and see, right now it's hollow. So those hidden parts we can delete actually, geometry, and then you can come here and then delete it and boom, like that. Again, this is actually very wide on the bottom and very narrow on the top. So come here, deformer again, and now we can make it very narrow, and we can make this part pretty heavy like this. Yep. And even the middle part is pretty much heavy like that. Yep, sure. So I will maybe in some next classes I will make the tutorial for the stylized armor as well. I think you have commented before as well, I think, but I'm not sure. Okay, so now we have this. Okay, if you see, this is actually more higher here and more it is going down the silhouette actually. So we will come on the side view and go in solo mode. So you can switch on the solo from here, and now let's come. So what I will do, Control Alt button and select this, select all these, and now hit W on the keyboard, center pivot. So this is your center pivot, and now I will move it like this. Okay, and now you can come here, you can mask this one. Okay, you can mask this one, and now little bit up, again mask this one, again W, do this, and again you can mask these vertices. Yes, okay, fine. So I will, of course I will make something stylized in the upcoming classes, so you can check them out, huh? So again hit this, and now see, mask this. So it's very easy, it's like a game. Just mask this again, boom, and like that. So now you can see like we have that shape, but some Zart website, we have a new website actually, and I will it's actually in this description actually. You can read the description, it's there, the new website. I think you are opening the older one. So now again come here. Now again I'm taking my Z modeler brush. So I'm using my shortcut BZM, and BZM means Z modeler. Again I'm writing, if someone is new here, B and Z and M. Yes. So this is the shortcut for this. Okay. So what I will do, I will actually remove this thing. So let's remove. How to remove this? You have to come on the edge. Again listen, you have to come on the edge. There is, hold the space bar, make sure your insert is on, and now you just have to hold Alt and click. See, done. And now what we can do, Control Alt, select this, because right now my shape is this, so I want to change the looping as well. Hit W here, center pivot, and little bit rotate it like this. See, like that. And now looping is always very important, Hana. If your looping is not Vyom, hi Vyom, how are you? So if your looping is actually weak, especially if you are making hard surface, so it's a problem actually, because looping is good, then hard surface is very easy. So now you can come here, hold Control Alt, and I will select all these vertices. Okay. Some people ask like, okay, how we can select the edges inside Zbrush? So actually it's not work like Maya. It is different from Maya or Max. So here how we select them, by holding Control Alt. Okay. So now come here, and then see, my orientation is little weird, so I will click on this lock, and now click on this, and now lock it back, and see, it's fixed. Okay, center pivot again, so this will snap here automatically. And what I want, I will scale this thing like this, more like this, more like this. See, it is flat now, so that's why I did this. And now you can come here, you can again rotate it back, little like this, like that. Okay, like this. And for making our job easy, we can do one more thing, delete all these loops in alternate. So come here, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this. So what I'm doing, just Alt and click, and it will delete the loops. So this thing is deleted, delete and delete. See, so the lower the mesh, more better control. Okay, so now come here, hit W, and then again click on this, and then I want to move it here, and now make it a little bit more longer. And if you see here, it is very hard, which is very flat, and I want some more radius here, so I will add one more loop. How to add one more loop? Just click on the edge, so click here and then click here, like that, and see, now we have two loops. Okay, and now we will select these loops, and we will make some like scaling, so it will be automatically round. So come here, and then hold control button, and now you have to select this one, the lasso, and masking, so it will be more easy. See, Control Alt, and now we can do this. Okay, hit W, and then again center pivot, and make it little bit more roundish. See, like that. And now we have curve here. Again we can come here, select this, center pivot, and do this, like that, and fine. But this part is going more underneath actually, so, or down actually, so we can come, we can select this, hit this, and we can do one more thing, rotate your gizmo according to the mesh flow, or according to the edge. So I will come here, unlock this, and rotate this thing like that. Okay, lock it back, and now you can do like this. See, so more better. Again mask this thing, a little bit for the curve, like that. Yes. So now we have the shape fine now, and see, so we have basic leg structure, and now we can mirror it actually here. So let's mirror it again. We will go here in Z plugin, mirror, merge into one subtool, x-axis fine, everything is fine. Let's come here and see, now we have the legs, the base leg. Difference is actually very less, so I will hit W, switch on the symmetry. So X on the keyboard. Right now my symmetry is working, and now move it like that. Yeah. And if you see now, my model looks pretty much complete actually. Hey Vedant, how are you? पढ़ लिया तुम्हारा comment. Okay, so now we are again coming and see the cylinders. The cylinders are pretty much round on the top, on the bottom, and right now these cylinders are actually very like basic. So we will come here and and let's assign the deformer, and I will again come and let's increase the division. So I will come here, and how to increase the division, you can see the orange icon here. So this is actually for your y-axis. Just drag it like this, and now see, much better. You can also turn on the symmetry by using this button. Drag it to 2, and now see what we can do. Just come here, Control Alt, select the top vertices, make them round, see, like that. Now again come, Control Alt, little bit like that. I want to make this plane more shorter, so select this, do like this. Yeah. So now see, they are pretty good actually, but yeah, they are very short, so I will make them little bit long. Again hit W on the keyboard and make them little bit longer, like this much. Now it's fine. And you can switch on the perspective if you want to see your model more good, or like more interesting. Okay, so now we have like all the basic structures actually, and now let's we will move on to make these cylinders as well for the leg and for the arm. So again come here and let's take this one, and come here, hit W, scale them down like this, make them a little bit more longer like that. Yeah. And now we have to tilt it, so tilt them like this, and also we can hide these arms. Actually they are coming in between, so come here and the arms are here. Yeah, so we have to move it like this, okay, like that. And now we can feel that the pelvis is actually a little bit in front. We can move it a little bit more in the back, fine now. And we can move these legs even more outside like this. Yeah. And for the legs, we can move them again, reset your orientation and move them in like that. Yep. And fine, now we can mirror this leg here as well on the opposite side. So mirror them by using mirror and like this. Cool. So now we have all the basic structures, and turn on your arms as well, and make the arms little bit relaxed. So we can come on the arms and we can rotate them little bit like this. Again, for making this shape more simplified, you can delete this thing, the loops actually. So let's come here, and you can see like right now it's damaging here. So let's do one thing, just hit group by normal, and for now just delete all these stuffs, okay, we don't need it, and switch on the double, see, okay. And now we can come here in geometry and then delete hidden. Okay, so now let's come here and let's delete alternate looping, so our shape will be more simplified like this, like this. And now see, it's very easy, very simple, and now we can mirror them back like that. And I want to rotate them as well, little bit symmetry on, little bit like that, so more relaxed. Okay, fine. And now we need the upper arm as well, so we have to make one more cylinder. So let's come here and let's take this and scale it down, more thin, a little bit longer, like that. Yeah. and little bit short as well. So you can use the green box. Always see the axis and always see your mesh. So you can see the green box and the slanted direction is actually same, so that's why you should use it. Yeah. And now we can again mirror this. Yeah, like that. Fine then, and now you can see that we have pretty much everything in our scene. Of course we need the boots as well, so let's come and let's create one more box. And if you see, the mesh is actually not good here, so let's go in polygroups, group by normals, and then we can come in here, geometry, and then in remeasure, switch on this, keep groups, smoothness we don't want, I want low poly mesh, so 0.01, sorry 0.1, and then remesh. And now make it very small. And right now I don't need these loopings as well, so hold your Zmodeler brush, make sure you have this brush, and now just delete them by holding Alt like this. See, and now we can hit W, so your gizmo will come again. And now, yeah, so right now I'm just keeping a box, and you can see the level is actually same, so I will keep it like this. Okay, like that. So right now I don't want to make the same shape. Why? Because we will do it, but little later. Okay, and now we can flip it, so let's flip it and mirror, and boom, this. So you can see now we are getting the overall likeness of the hard surface. Let's save it, because saving is the most important thing. So I will save somewhere, anywhere, where, let's save it, or F. Okay, so save it here, like the robo. Okay, so we have done it, and now we will focus one by one on each shape. We will like make them more accurate, because now we have the proxy, but yeah, we will fix everything, and we will make them in more detail. So I will come here on this part. Let's hold your Alt button, click on this piece like this, and now switch on your solo. Now it is time to actually work peacefully, because now we have done all the sketch. So a sketch is very important in the starting. We have made the sketch, and now we have to enjoy. So let's enjoy. So we will come here, and I will come here, and I will do one thing. We are getting one socket here, and we have to make it. So come here, QMesh, go in inset. Make sure you are coming on the face, not on edge or not on vertex. Okay, you have to come on the face only, and then hold the space bar, inset. And because right now if you see, we don't have any special polygroup for the top, but we need it. So what you can do, you can come again here, in polygroups you can again hit group by normal, and now see we have a different polygroup on the top. So this is actually important. Okay, so now come on any face, hold the space bar, inset is there, and because you can see in this polygroup we have a lot of faces, okay, or triangles, whatever. Okay, so this is actually a island. Okay, so polygroup island, and now insert region, we want to insert only this region. Okay, and now let's do this and see. Yeah, so now we can insert this thing like that. Okay, but if you see this socket is actually more offset in the back. So let's come on any face, on any triangle, hold the space bar, go in transpose, polygroup island, and then click on it, boom, like that. And now reset the orientation, and I think this is the back part. Yeah, fine. So the blue one, and this is z-axis, and move it in the back like that. See? Yeah. And now see, the shape is very nice. We have the socket as well, here. Cool then. And you can see that we are also getting some roundness on the edges. So we will come here, and let's come in bevel, and edge loop complete actually, because we need to make the full edge bevel, and let's make it bevel like this. See, so now you will get some more roundness. Okay, you can come on the bottom as well, do the same thing here, and then see we have got one like nice bevel, and now you can see the shape is actually looking very nice. Yeah, okay, so now we have to make one more thing. If you see very closely, this thing is not like very flat. I want to pull the this part little bit higher, so I will come here and Z modeler brush, and I will use the transpose, click on here, and I want to make it like this. See, little bit plane change. Okay, so it will give you more smoothness. So this thing is actually very small. The change is very small, but it will give you more control. Okay, and now we can go inside actually. So let's come here, and we will go in Q mesh and polygroup island. Why? Because this is a island. Okay, and Q mesh for extruding, so we can extrude now. Let's go inside like that. So like that, and now we can do one more time like this. Again we can do more like that, like that. Okay, so we did this. Okay, and again I want to select this polygroup, so let's come in transpose, hit on this, and I want to move it like till here. Yeah, now it's fine. And why I added these loops, because see what I can do here now. Create one more looping, so go in insert, and now put one more looping here like this, and now hold control shift and click on this. Okay, switch on the double, so come here in display properties and switch on the double, and now you can see what we will do. Switch off the perspective, mask these top parts, use the rectangle. So now let's come here and yeah, mask like this. Okay, and now control shift and click on the background, you will get your everything back inverse. Okay, hit this button and center pivot, see, like this, and now you can do this. See, now we have inner thickness as well, which is nice. This thing you can fix it very easily, just scale it, move it like that. Okay, and now we can come here like this. Don't worry about this thing, there's nothing. Just come here, mask this thing, inverse, center pivot, and move it back. Okay, so now everything is deep inside. We can make it flat, but right now I'm not focusing on the on the underneath part, the under part, because it is not going to be visual a lot. Okay, so now see we have a nice shape. Switch off the solo, and now we have more better shape here for the body. But yeah, the body is actually very heavy if you see. So I will come here, I will make it more heavy like this. Okay, like that. Move it in the front little bit like that. And now if you see, I will check with my this thing with my cap that is it fitting here or no. So I will come, I will select this, I will hit on this button. So hit W, you will get your gizmo, and now let's flat this thing. See again, and now center pivot, move it here, switch off the symmetry, hit on this button, your gizmo will come on the center, and now let's scale this. See, so this should be the side actually. Okay, this should be the right size. So now we have the right size, and it's looking very nice. And now we can come here, we can again move it in the back, and we can open like this, like that. Okay, yeah, cool then. So now we have this shape. Okay, and right now if you see, the cylinders are more visual actually, but right now they are not more visual, and even if you see, the mesh is actually very high. So what I will do, I want to make the cylinders more low poly. It is always good to keep the your whole model mesh uniform, not like your this model is like so dense and this like so low poly, or this like so dense, not like that. So if you see, the whole model is very low poly, but this thing is like very high. So just come here, I will reduce all these looping. So I'm in alternate, I'm deleting all these loops by holding alt and click like that. and it's a very quick process, Hana. I will come again here, and right now see it's like damaging my shape. Okay, so what we'll do, just come here and hit this button, the auto groups, not auto groups, group by normals. So I did by shortcut actually, but you can hit on this button, group by normal, and then you will get different polygroups on the angle basis. So if you see, this has 90-degree angle with this plane, so that's why it has a different polygroup. Now control shift and click on this. Okay, switch on the double, so you can switch on the double from here again. And now I want to delete the hidden parts, so let's come here and delete the hidden part. Let's delete hidden. Okay, and now we will do one thing, delete all these loops in alternate. So we will delete all these loops in alternate, like this, like this. Go in solo mode, we can go in solo mode, so you can see everything clearly. And yeah, so now we have much better shape here, and now we can control it even more better. So switch off the perspective, control alt, and now let's make it more longer, like this, and even little bit more thicker, and same with the bottom, like that. Fine. And the top is actually more rounder here, so what I will do, let's see, I will add one loop here like this. Now again control alt, and then you can hit on, if right now if you see my gizmo is not visible, it's very simple, just hold alt and click on any vertex, it will come again. And now like hit center pivot and make it more round, like that. So now it is looking more good. We can do the same thing here, see, like this. And the middle part is actually very flat, little bit curvy, but it's still very flat. So we will come here, select this, center pivot, make it little bit flat. Yeah, see, even this thing, little bit. Yeah, so now it's looking very nice, and I want this curve even more flat. So I will select this, center pivot, and now use the green one and do this. Yeah, and right now if you see, we can add one more loop here and one more here, so it's equal distribution. Yeah, and now we can even make it more big, little bit in the back. And now if you see, we can see the whole model very properly. Again we can duplicate it, so mirror and duplicate this, like that. And right now it has some gapping, so undo this, I will keep some difference, and yep, fine. So cool, then we are done with the cylinders as well, and now let's move on to the here. If you see, this is actually pretty much wide, so I will come here and I will make this thing even more wide, move it a little bit more in the back. Yeah, like this. And now I want to scale this thing more, so center pivot और इसको scale करेंगे little bit, like that. And one more thing, now I will go on T-pose, and I want to like pose this character, little bit. I want to pose this hand in the anvil pose, but yeah, I want to pose the rest. So let's come here in Z plugin, and then you have to come in T-pose, and then you have to hit on T-pose mesh. So now if you see, all the subtools will be merged as a single subtool. Okay, so switch on the double again, and now what we will do, change your brush, anyone will be okay. And now this thing is actually very big, and it's rotated actually, so we will come here, control shift and click on this. Okay, again click on this, the selection will be inversed, and now click on this. Okay, now we have only these two pieces in the screen. Mask them. How to mask them? Control and click on the canvas, and now they are masked. Control shift click again on the canvas, and now see, other parts are masked and this thing is unmasked. Hit W on the keyboard, and now we can rotate them like this. By holding shift, you can snap them like that, tuck 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 tuck, like that. So let's do this, and now it's looking even more good. We can do little bit more like that. Yeah, good. And now if you see the cap, we have to bring it forward. So control shift click, mask, control shift click again, inverse the selection. So how to inverse the selection? You can hit control I, or you can hit control and click on the canvas, see, like that. Just simple click by holding control. So again center pivot, and now we can move it like this, like that, like that, and a little bit smaller. Yeah, see, like that. So now we have a much better shape. It is looking more close with our model. But yeah, the head is actually, the cap is actually too much open. It is more close, so we can undo this again, hit and reset the orientation. I want to rotate in this direction. I want to keep it here, and now let's close it more. Yeah, so I think this is good. Yep. And now we can select the cylinders, the back cylinders, control shift click, mask them, and then control shift click again, inverse the selection, hit W, center pivot, and now again rotate them. So unlock the lock, rotate parallelly, and now lock it back, and now like this. So I will keep them like this. Yeah. So now if you see, the posing is working and it's looking more close with the model. The arms are actually pretty much in the back little bit. So we will come here, control shift and click on the upper arm, control shift click on the lower arm, mask everything, and now we can come like this. Again hit W, reset the orientation, and center pivot. Okay, and now I will keep the pivot somewhere here, and let's rotate the arm like this first in the back, and also a little bit lifted. So I want to do this, and now see, it is more close, little bit, yeah, like that. And the lower arm is actually more relaxed, so we will do one thing. Yeah, and now let's mask this. So control shift and click, mask this, control shift and click, inverse the selection, and now we can come here and we can rotate this a little bit more like this. And yeah, you can set the pivot. So I want to set the pivot somewhere here, so let's move it here like this, and now rotate this like that. But yeah, if you see, my shape is actually a little bit off of my arm. So now I will take the advantage of my move brush. Okay, so control and click, BMB move brush. So if you see, now we have move brush here, and reduce the brush size, and let's make it more heavy. See, I'm making your brush should be very heavy or very big, then you can control this kind of proportion. If the smaller size means less control, see, you will get less control. So brush size should be bigger, and now you can see the advantage of it. I can fix the, and see, this part is even more heavy, little bit more heavy, more like this, yeah, and here it's little bit narrow. This part is little bit above, see, and little bit here as well in the middle. Let's move this like that, and solo mode, switch on the solo mode. Okay, so right now we are in posing, it's fine. So we can move it little bit up, we can move it little bit up, little bit up, little bit up, yeah, like that. See, now the shape is looking very nice, undo this, and I want little bit curviness here as well, and I want to move it a little bit more here, yeah, fine. So now if you see, our posing is actually looking more nice, and let's do and work on the legs as well. So right now our pelvis is not visible at all because of the direction. So we will do one thing, control shift and click on this, control shift and click on this, mask everything, For masking again, you just have to click on the canvas by holding control, and then control shift and click back. Now you can unlock the lock, orientation reset, lock it back, center pivot, and move it like this, and see. So right now I will work on the basis of my camera angle. So now this is looking good actually, and on the basis of this, we can see that we have to move the lower legs more. So control shift, click, click, and now same thing, move them like this. And right now if you see the legs, generally in ourselves as well, legs can't be straight like this actually. So we have to hit, like you can do if you want, but generally by default they are not like this, not straight. So come here and now rotate them like that. See, now it's looking more nice, and it is little bit more, make it little bit more heavy. Yeah, like that. And now if you see, it is looking more nice, our model. I want to make this shape even more bigger little bit. So control shift and click, and now keep the like pivot here, make it little bit big, yeah, like that. Cool. Then, and you can see now we are getting more better shape and all. Let's come back and hit on T-pose sub T. You will get all your layers back with the changes. Switch off the solo mode and see, much better. I will save the file again. Let's save it. So generally I don't overwrite my files, but here I'm overwriting. Sometimes overwriting doesn't work, and your file like get corrupted. So it is okay. So now we'll come here. And what I will do here actually is, if you see, we are not getting a very nice shape here. So, and we have to go forward because we have to fill this. So what I will do here, I will come here and I will come on this in modify topology and then close holes. Okay. So when you will do close holes, you will get this, and we can fix the mesh very easily. So let's come here in remesher, make it low, and now keep group smoothness 0, hit remesh, and so right now if you see, basically the mesh is not working good, like this. Okay, so it's not good. Yeah, it's not good. Okay, fine, we have more options to do. So go in solo mode again. Okay, and we can do one thing, take your Zmodeler brush like this, and now we will go in bridge. Okay, so we will go in bridge. Let's connect them. So I will connect this to this, I will connect this to this, and I will connect this to this. Boom. So now we have nice shape here. I will do the same thing here. So let's connect this to this, and this to this, and then this to this, and now see, our shape is filled. BMB move brush again. I have taken my move brush, and now I want to fix the shape more. So I will come on the legs. Let's take the move brush, perspective should be off, and dynamic. And now if you see, the leg is coming more forward actually, and it is very close from the upper body. So we will come here, we will make it like this. See, I'm using my move brush, I'm pulling my mesh like this. Okay, so let's come here and pull your mesh like this, and if you see, it is actually more heavy in the back. So I will come here, I will make it more heavy like this. Just keep the brush size big so it will work perfectly, and you can see here. So move brush is actually very good, and now we can come here and let's move this more in the back. See, like that. I want to even come, and I want to move these vertices a little bit more far. I want to make them move them a little bit out, like this, like this, like this. Yep, like that, like that, like that, like that, like this, like this. So now see, it is more close with our reference, and move brush again, we can pull this thing, the middle vertex like this. See, it is more round now, and also it is more thick. So let's come and hit on center pivot, and you have to change the direction actually with the model. Unlock your lock, rotate it like that, lock it back, and then do this, then do this like that. And now see, it is very close. Okay, so now we have to make the foot as well, the shoe. So it is actually like a triangle here, and you can see it is coming from deep inside. So what we have to make a socket for the shoe. So first we'll make the shoe here. Let's do it. So let's take the Z-modeler brush again. So we have the Z-modeler brush, and create a edge on the middle. So make sure you have insert, and now do this. If you want exact in the center, you can do one thing, just come in multiple edge loop and just hit one single click, and now see, you have this. So now let's mask the top vertexes, inverse, center pivot, and move them like this, like that. And now you can see we have a very nice shape here, and the foot is actually very narrow. The shoe is actually very narrow in the front. So Control Alt again, select this and change the direction and make them more close like this, like this. But if you see, the shape is actually collapsed here. So what you can do, switch on the wireframe again, insert one loop here, and I don't want to insert in the middle, I just want here. Okay, so let's insert here, and now Control Alt and then select these vertices. You can again come and take the lasso. So do this, and now you can make it more curvy like this, and see, it is more nice, more better. And it is very sharp on the top as well. So switch off the solo mode, and I want to move the whole shape a little bit more in the front. So do this, yep, and come here, little bit, make it curvy from side as well. See, like that. And the middle edge is actually very sharp, so we have to move these edges more down. So let's BMV move brush, and you can use move brush as well, or you can mask these vertexes by holding Control Alt, and now center pivot, move them down like this. So first I'm focusing on this, so I want to keep this thing here, mask them. Now again I want to keep them here, sorry, mask them, and now I want to keep them here. So now if you see, we have more proper shape here, and it's looking very nice. See, let's move it a little bit outside, yeah, like this, and now it's looking very nice. And also we can snap this face to here. So come here, switch on the solo mode, mask this thing, and now let's do one more thing, switch off the solo mode, inverse, center pivot, rotate this thing according to the surface. So I want to rotate like this, and now like that. And also rotate your gizmo like this and snap it here like this. So now it's snapping properly, and the middle part, the middle edge, we can move outside again. So solo mode, switch off, and move it like this. See, so now it's snapping with the shape accurately like that. And you can also move this edge little bit like that, and you can do the same thing here like that, and see. So now come in solo mode, I want to make the bottom flat. So we will come here, we will mask all the bottom vertexes, see, and now inverse the selection, center pivot, and use this green box for making it flat. See, it is completely flat now, and now done. Now we can again come here, and we can take the Z-modeler brush, and I am going to make it more curvy. So let's insert one more loop here, insert one more loop here, and now Control Alt, select this loop, center pivot, make it more round like this, and I want to come here, select this, and center pivot, make it more round like this. So now if you see, we have more accurate shape. BMB move brush, I'm using my move brush now for moving this thing to here, see. So move brush is actually very good sometimes if you use it correctly. Yeah, little bit like this, like that, like that, like that, like that. Fine. So now we have a nice shape here, see. And let's make the eyes and other stuff of this guy. Again, save the file. Okay. So now I want to come here and I want to add the hole as well. Right now, if you see, it's here we have some hole for the for connecting this this teeth part with this helmet. So B Z modeler brush, and now I will come here and I will come on the center. So this is the center, or somewhere, yeah, somewhere here. So come on the vertex now and go in split, and so come and see, right now we can add this kind of looping, but yeah, we are getting some creases as well and we don't want it, so do not crease, and then do this, and see now we have, okay, switch on the symmetry as well. Yep. And now control shift and click on this again, and see, switch on the double and delete the hidden part like that. And now we have the holes for connecting our helmet with the teeth. And there is nothing else, I think, on the like in this. So we can now extrude this thing. So I will come here on a face, okay, go in Q mesh, polygroup island, and now you can add the thickness like that, like this. One thing you have to take care whenever you are making these kinds of shape, if you see, it is completely 90-degree extruded, but for beauty you can do one thing, control shift click, okay, and hide that polygroup, the inner one, hide this polygroup again, and now let's come and select all these lower vertexes, okay, and now and now inverse it and hit Alt and click on this vertex, reset the orientation, little bit more, yeah, and now see, we can move it little bit like that. Now what is the advantage of this? Let's see, you will get some nice bevel actually, and now we have nice bevel for the top part. So bevel is actually very good, it gives you more 3D look, of course, so add it. It's just optional. If you don't want it, don't add. If you want it, add it. It is like, and is like a thing which is optional. If you want it, keep it. Don't want it, don't keep it. Okay. So now we have the shape, and now I want to come here, and if you see, this plate is actually very thin, and we have some inner part as well. So I'm not like focusing a lot on the inner part, but yeah, we will do a little bit, okay. So first I will come here and I will change my shape little bit more. Let's come here, switch off the perspective. I want this direction, little bit more bigger shape, yeah, like that, fine. And now see, now again we can switch on the perspective, yeah, very nice. And now if you see, we have one socket here on the torso part for the arms, and it's very low actually, so we can come here, switch on the wireframe, and right now if you see our looping, we have one looping here, so we can take the advantage of it. So B Z modeler brush, and now we can come and we can add one ring like this as well. See, yeah. So now we have one looping here. Nice. I don't know the language. Can you type in English? Okay, so now we have a different polygroup here, and we can do one thing, and let's I want to separate this polygroup in a different layer. Okay, Zart means Fart and Turkish. Okay, so now come here and let's hit on this. So Control Shift and click on this. Okay, and now see. Okay, so we don't have the symmetry open. Undo this. We can switch on the symmetry, and now let's click and do this. Yeah. So cool then. And now Control Shift and click on this, and then hide this. And now we can come here and we can go and we can actually add we can do one more thing. We can add some extrusion. So let's come here, Q mesh island is actually there. Do this much better. And now transpose, hit on this again. We can add some bevel. So let's come here and switch on the local and see, let's add some bevel. Yeah, so now we have some nice socket here in the body, and we have to add one more cylindrical piece for the arms actually. So we can come here and duplicate this whole layer. So duplicate this whole layer, duplicate. Okay, I will go in solo mode so I can see the actual mesh. And now Control Shift and click. So why I'm keeping this, because I will delete everything else. See, everything else is hidden. And now you can come here and let's come here and delete it. So geometry, and then let's delete hidden. Okay, and now let's come here and hit this thing, auto group, Control Shift and click. Yeah, and now let's delete the hidden part. So now we just have this thing, and what we can do now, go in ZQ mesh and let's extrude this thing, and see, we have the cylindrical shape now. Boom, this. And now what we can do, you can see here it is very round. And let's go in solo mode or hide this piece, because this piece is coming in between right now. Hide this piece as well, we don't need it. Yeah, and now we will come here, Control Alt and select this. Okay, hit this W, center pivot and move it like that. Yeah, and a little bit more back. Yeah, like that. So when we will divide, it will automatically get smooth. So we don't have to take care about that. And yeah, I want to straighten this part. So let's come here and make it straight according to the model. And now we can do this. See, like that. And now scale it down a little bit. Yep. And we can scale here a little bit like this. Fine. And see, now we have this thing, which is looking very nice. And now we can make the hole, this hole actually. So let's come here, remodel brush, and let's select these polys by holding Alt. So if you will hold Alt, and if you will select paint on your model, your polys will get selected. And now again come on insert and insert this like that. Okay, and now BMB move brush, I want to come on this polygroup, go in solo mode, switch on the perspective, and I will select all these vertexes like this, inverse, center pivot, and we can make it more rounder, see, like that. And now it is very good. Let's come here, and now we can extrude this thing. So Z modeler brush, Q mesh, polygroup island, extrude this thing like that. And now if you see, actually our edge is very smooth here, so we can add some bevel here. So let's do bevel, and like this. I want one more like that. And if you see, now our edge is very round and looks good. Yep. But yeah, let's select the whole thing again like this, and I want to change the direction actually. So I will come here, and if you see, it is facing downward, so I will rotate. First of all, match the axis. So unlock this and match the axis like this, like that. Again lock it back, and now you can rotate it more easily. So let's do this a little bit more downward. Yeah, we can do this. And now see, Yeah, good. And here we can scale a little bit more. Fine. And now I can use my move brush and switch off the dynamic, and now I can do this, do this, do this, do this. Fine. And cool then. And if you see, this thing is actually pretty much big. We can scale it a little bit more like that. Fine. And now we can switch on everything else, and now you can see actually it is mismatching here. So select the subtool, hit W and move it here, and see now it is fine. And select the subtool and move it somewhere here like this, and now it is good. So now our shape is actually getting nice. We can move the pelvis a little bit more lower. Let's move it somewhere here. Yep. And but if you see here, there is nothing, so we can add something as the torso, the middle part, the abdominal part. So we can add something here as abdominal part. So we will come here and let's take a cylinder, and now I will come here, make it small, and do this, put it here somewhere in the middle, and like this. And now we can come, we can use the deformer and decrease the number of segments. Yeah, this fine. And now Control Alt and do this. Okay, so symmetry is on. Switch off the symmetry as well, we don't need it. And now we can scale this thing. We can do this, and now we can make it a little bit more wider. See, so now this connection looks more good. It looks more logical as well. It looks more nice. And now we can tilt it a little bit like that. Yep. So cool then. So now we have pretty much everything. Just save this shape as well. So yep. Okay, so now we have to come and we have to make this belt as well, which is very easy. Just come here and we will do one thing. Make a copy of this layer. So Control Shift D. See, I have a copy of this layer. So in this layer now I can undo actually. So undo this whole thing. Yeah. So I need this thing actually. Why I need this thing? So let's Control Shift and click on the green one, the green polygroup, and hide the remaining part. So let's hide the remaining part by delete hidden. Yeah, this. And now Zbrush, add one segment here, go in insert, and then add one segment here, and let's hide the other stuff by holding Control Shift and Alt. See, like that. I think we can add, we can take keep this. Okay, switch off the perspective, and we can take Control Shift and Alt. Yeah, fine. So now this thing is good. We can delete the hidden part. So delete hidden, and now let's come here, and what I was doing this. Now I can come here and Control Shift. You will get this stroke, the rectangular stroke. Click on here, and you can take the lasso. So lasso, click on this, inverse, and then see, we just have this. So we are making this strap. So now delete hidden, and now it is a little bit more wide, and let's make it more small. Snap it here, and now it is very close. We can actually make it more longer by scaling. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Okay, and now we can make it more thicker as well, like this. Let's divide this. Control D, delete hidden, and now do this. So now if you see, we have this nice. Okay, so right now we don't have any center like looping here. So we can go here and hit this. Yep, nice. And now I'm taking the move brush, switch off the dynamic, we don't need it. And now let's move it like this. Yeah, see? Like that. So it's very easy. If you have a move brush, you can fit your shapes like this pretty easily. Yep. And now let's extrude this thing. So be easy modeler brush and now extrude it like this. And now if you see, we can again add one bevel here actually. Okay, so let's add some bevel. So control shift and click on this and then go on solo mode, mask this edge, mask this edge, and now inverse, hit W and do this little bit scaling. Make sure you are in center and then do this. Fine. And now see, so we have some bevel now. You can even do more. Yeah. And now let's see. Yeah, it's more good. We can even do more as well. Perfect. So now if you see, it looks more interesting because we have here. So we move and let's come here and let's do this. Do this, do this, do this. Cool. So now we have made this thing as well. From top we can even make it more rounded. See, like this. Yeah. So now it is looking very nice. And if you see, it is actually very curvy here. It is rounded here. So we can come here and we can make it more round. So let's come and make it more round, like that. Now let's use your move brush and do this. Haha. Okay. So some swag stuff is going on, huh? Fine, take it easy, guys. Okay, so now we can come here and see we have one more cylinder here. So let's add one more cylinder. Do this. Do this. In our world, we have different kind of people. Okay, like that, and we can fit it even more perfectly. Yeah. So this piece will try to rotate the arms pretty easily. Yeah, like that. Even a little bit more like this. Yeah, fine. And now we will extrude this part. If you see, it is little curvy as well. So Control Alt, select this. Control Alt, select this. Okay, and center pivot. We will do little bit roundness. And now Z modeler brush again. And then you can do this. So how I did this, by holding Alt button, and now you can come in insert, now you can come in polygroup island and you can do this. Okay, and then you can again do this, Q mesh, and then do this, and then you can come in transpose, polygroup island, hit on this, make it a little bit bevel and do like this. And we can do the same thing here. Let's use the insert, polygroup island, and let's do this, and then 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 this. Yes. Cool. So now we have this shape as well. We can make this piece more thinner. So let's come in deformer and let's make it more thinner. And now we can move it like this. Very nice. very nice. Okay, so now we have everything at this place, and we have the arms, we have everything, and now we can divide them, and we can like see here, we have to make the lights as well. So let's do this, and okay, and let's use the deformer, Control Alt, like this, see, boom, done. We can decrease the height, and we can put it here, little bit big. We can tilt it according to the model, and we can tilt it little bit here as well from the front, and it's looking very nice. We can make it little bit more bigger as well. Now let's duplicate it. So let's duplicate Z modeler, mirror, and then boom, symmetry is on, and now see, we have the eyes. It's extruded little bit, so let's extrude this thing. So go in insert, and now let's do this. We can come here and we can do this, transpose polygroup island again, center pivot, and let's make little bit bevel. Nice. So if you see, the eyes are looking very nice, and now we can make the teeth as well. So for making the teeth, I will come here, and I will duplicate this layer. Why I'm duplicating this layer? It's a trick. So let's use this trick. So I will come here, and let's make a duplicate of it. So now I'm not going to use the duplicate one, I'm going to use the upper one, the main one, because in main one we have the undo. Okay, so now we can undo until the hole is not there. Yeah, see, now it's completely filled. So now we can use this actually, and we can delete the other parts. So let's delete the other part, Control Alt Shift, and hide everything else, switch off the perspective, and Control Shift Alt, hide everything, and yeah, cool. And now delete hidden. Okay, see, now we have this surface. Now we can extrude it. So extrude it. So let's come here and Q mesh and extrude it like this. So now we have the teeth as well. If you see, it is actually, we have to move it more close here. Okay, so switch on the symmetry, and we can extrude even more. So click on this by holding Alt, you will get a different selection here, and now extrude it like that. And now Control Alt, little bit more inside. Yeah, cool. And I want to move this piece little bit more on the bottom. Okay, because you can see it is little bit in the bottom. So make it little bit in the bottom, and then move brush, and now we can go and switch off the dynamic, and see, we can pull this surface like this, so it will look more visible. Yeah. And now if you see, it is actually very broad, the teeth are actually very broad, so let's make them even more broad, like this. Fine. And now if you see, they are actually very zigzag here, they are very sharp on the top. So we can make it, and how we can make it, let's see. So we will come here, and let's divide this model. So I will come and I will add group by normal. So I have added the group by normal here, and okay, so I think, okay, so I will assign only one polygroup here, and let's do one thing, divide this mesh. So before dividing this mesh, I will assign a single polygroup on the top, I will assign a single polygroup on the bottom by holding Control and Control W. So come here, Control W again, see, different polygroup, and now you can add crease. So you can go in geometry and then you can go in crease. Okay, so some parts are hidden actually, so delete them. So we can come here and delete hidden. It's fine. You can also use group by normal, or you can do like this as well. And now we can go in crease. So let's go and crease polygroup. Okay, so here we have some bug. I think that's why it is coming like this. See, we have some interface. So delete hidden again, and let's divide and see, is it good? Okay, so now everything is fine. We can hit group by normal. Okay, let's assign crease and then control D. See, so we have the shape is good, and still our mesh is divided, and I want to divide this level as well. Yeah, like that. And now it is, we can remove the creases by hitting this button, uncrease polygroup. Okay, and see, it is good. And now we have to make this thing more zigzag, like teeth actually. So come here, hey Sagar, how are you? And Sagar, Sina, nice. So now we can come here and we can make it like this, and let's make it like this. Okay, you can switch on the symmetry as well, because the teeth are not going to be symmetrical. Okay, and now we can come here at this one. Let's select this one, switch on the symmetry, and center pivot, do like this. And now let's select this, center pivot again, like this. And let's, so right now here I need more angle. Select this, and let's make it like this. Now it's good. And now I will come here, center pivot, and rotate the gizmo according to the shape. And now let's make it like this. And now we can come here, let's make it like this. Okay, not like this, like this, because the gap will be visible. And now we can come here again, we can hit Alt, and now move it like this. By move brush you can fix this very easily. So if you have move brush, you can come and you can move it like this. Fine. So now see, we have the teeth as well, and it's looking very nice. Here we can fix little bit, we can move the shape a little bit uneven. Let's make it like that. Yeah, fine now. So now we have the teeth as well, and we can actually keep them little bit far. Yeah, like that. Now fine. And little bit far from here as well. Center pivot. Yeah, like that. Cool. And now if you see, we have some antenna on the top as well, so you can come here in subtool, you can hit on insert, and now you can come here on cylinder, and you can do this. And so basically the motive of making all those videos is just for helping. So hey Garty, I know you, I think, but I don't know your actual name. Okay, so let's come here, and so this will be for our antenna. And if you see, this is little bit rounded on the top, so we can come here, Control Alt, and now we can do like this. Cool. So now we can make the antenna more easily. Again, we can go and insert, and we can hit one more cylinder in the seam. Let's make it more longer, very thin, and do this. Hey Mrinal, chal bum bum bole. Okay, little bit more thicker. Yeah, like that. So I like this, and let's add some more subdivision in between, because right now the mesh is like hi guys, the modeler brush, and we can add some more subdivision. Let's add one here, or you can do directly one more thing. Just come here, multiple edge loop, and now click and drag. So it will add automatically the looping, multiple looping. So now let's come here and do the same thing here as well, and boom, see. So it's pretty easy actually, and now we can come here and see it is zigzag actually a little bit. So let's see what we can do here. Hit W on the keyboard again, and click on this setting option, and now let's use this guy, the bend curve. Okay, so let's see. So this is actually a tool for bending your stuff. Okay, so if you see right now these points are coming in this axis, but we need in this axis. So let's use the axis one. So this one, the red one, is the axis. So change it, and now let's see where we need it. Yeah, see. So now one is coming on the bottom, a Kunal, and one on the top. Okay, and now let's change the resolution. See, so now we have multiple points, and now it's easy, very easy to deform this. We can do this, and yeah, one more thing. Instead of deform soft, let's use a deformer hard. So come here and use this one, the harder one. Okay, so let's come here and let's use this one, the same one. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do one thing. So this is the smoothness. Switch off this, and now let's use it. So I will move it like this. See, and I will move it like this, like this. Let's make it like this, and then like this, like this. So you can see it's actually pretty easy by these tools. These tools makes our job more easy, and we can do pretty easily. And see, some loops are like actually collapsing a little bit weird, so we can fix them very easily. Control Alt, select this. Okay, hit W again, center of it, and now just rotate this like that. Okay, and again it is sharp. See, this thing is weird. Delete this. Simple. See, now it is fine. And now let's do here, delete this guy, and now rotate this thing. So inverse, and now let's come here and do this. Simple. Okay, rotate more, and like that. Okay, like that. And now we can also delete this one. We can also delete this guy. Okay, like this. And now if you see, we have very nice shape here. Okay, we can come again, we can make it, we can rotate it, we can delete it. Simple. And now see, much better. And one more turn we need actually. So let's come, hit on this, change the direction, make it little bit like that, rotate like this, and yeah, now merge this and rotate it like this, like that. Select this, yeah, like that. So now we have rotated everything here. We have that shape. Now I will use my move brush. The move brush is my favorite always. So this brush is actually very fast for getting the right proportion. So let's use the move brush now. Switch off the dynamic. If you guys don't know, how many guys actually, I don't know how many people know the use of dynamic on or off. So if you guys don't know, I will explain maybe some other time. Okay, so now we have a nice shape here, and now we are going to put this small sphere on the top. So let's insert the sphere. Let's make it like this, and now you can keep it like this. Yep. And see, now we have that small antenna as well, and our model is looking even more nice. Save this thing. Let's save the file. Okay. Now we have to make the fingers. Making fingers is actually pretty easy, and even if you see the forearm, it is very curvy on the bottom. So we can come here and we can make it more curvy. Control Alt, select this and rotate according to the loop like this. Okay. Now we can do this. Do the same here. Do this and see, much better, more nice. And the same thing we can do here. So I will come, let's make it little short. Yeah. And again reset the orientation according to your mesh from every angle. So this should be the direction. And now I will move it here. Let's come here, select this, make it little bit curvy, make it little bit curvy. Control Alt, move them down little bit. Yeah. So now our arms are looking even more nice and clean, and now we can add the fingers actually. So let's add the fingers as well. So I will use this mesh actually for making the fingers. Assign one single polygroup here, Control W. Okay, and now you can use this brush, the curved tube, this one. Okay, and now let's come here. So this brush is actually very easy. It has a very nice looping as well, so it's very easy for making the fingers and all. So now let's come here, and this is my first finger. Boom. See, pretty easy. Like that. And if you see my fingers are always little bit bended, so we will bend it, but right now I will use the move brush for bending it. So move brush, little bit bend like that, little bit like that, like that, like that. And now we will duplicate these fingers, okay, one by one. So again rotate the pivot by by unlocking this lock. And now you can do one thing, control and drag. Okay, so by holding control and drag you can duplicate the finger on the same layer. And now rotate it a little bit like this. We can make it a little bit longer because it's the middle finger. This guy has only 3 fingers, by the way. And now control and drag again, the last one, and this will be the smaller one. Okay, so let's make it very small like this, little bit, relax like that, and a little bit like, yeah, like that. So if you see now we have the fingers as well. Right now they are very thick, it's a different thing, but yeah, we can do one more thing now, and that is auto group. Okay, so polygroup and then auto group, and if you see we have different polygroups here, different here. So we have one thing, come here and we have this option, mirror and weld. You can get this option here, here. So let's hit this button and boom, see, now we have same polygroups. So now we can take the advantage actually. We can select control and click on this. Okay, reset the orientation properly. Not perfect. If it's not perfect as well, it's fine. It should be good, it should be okay for this finger. And I want to rotate this thing little bit outside like that. Okay, and I want to control and click. I want to move or rotate this finger more inside like that. Okay, and now let's come here and do control and click, and I want to rotate this finger more like this, more inside, so more relaxed. See, now the fingers are looking more nice. And now the thumb. So thumb is more shorter and more thicker. So now let's come here and let's use curve tool again, and we will make the thumb here, let's say, yeah, like this. And see, now we have the thumb. So pretty easy. If you even don't know a lot of tools, you can just use this brush, and that's how you can make the fingers. And now they are looking good. We can scale them a little bit down. Yeah, make sure your local is on. Okay, and now see, we have much better shape. So save it, and yeah, fine. And now I want to even fill this part as well, the top part. So I will come here, solo mode, and let's be Zmodular brush, and let's come on bridge, and now let's do the bridge like this, like this, like this, and like this, like this. Okay, so we have to merge this to this and this. Fine, and now we will come here. And boom, done. And now let's delete this one, we don't need it now. Yeah. And now again you can come and you can delete hidden. And let's mirror. So now see, we have a very nice shape here, and the top is actually, in top we have some extrusion as well. So we can come here, B Zmodular brush, symmetry is activated, and now you can come here, select this, insert, and now insert this piece. Okay, so right now we are getting some bug here, so let's come here, and okay, so this thing is not working correctly, so we will delete this face, simple. So let's come here and delete this face. So delete edge, come on the face. Okay, let's do this, hide this, inverse, hide this, and now delete it, delete it in. And we can also hide this part because we don't need it, we are not using the symmetry right now. And now we can come here and we can do this, directly merge this to this. Now fine. So now we will select this, and now let's do the insert. Yeah, and let's select this, these two vertices with move brush, and pull them a little bit more inside, more inside, more inside, more and more, so you can make it more rounder like that. And now I will come on Zmodular brush, and I will come on Q mesh, and I will just extrude this, and let's come in Polygroup Island. Okay, transpose, hit on this little bit bevel, so it will look more nice. Yeah, and same thing we want on the bottom as well. So let's come here and let's select this like that, and now let's do insect again. Yeah, and I will click on this transpose option and make it more rounder like this. You can also hit center pivot. Now do it, it will go perfectly. And now Q mesh, extrude, and then do this. Yeah, fine. And now we can mirror the shape, and now we have the shape mirror. Cool then. And now we can come and we can make this thing as well, the kitten. So let's create this, and let's create this little bit big. And if you see, there are two ears on the top, so we can make the ears by using the move brush, and switch off this thing as well, the dynamic, and see, now we have the ears as well. And we have to make the body as well of the kitten, so we can again use a sphere, see, like that. So I am not making so detailed the inner thing, because it is hardly visible. So yep, and if you see it is like she is actually very happy. So let's come here and use the symmetry, make the cheeks more puffy. Yep, like that. And we can make some small hands as well, so cylinders, and rotate it like that, like she is handling this robot. Yeah, like that. And we can mirror the arm like this. And now let's use move brush, and we can make the arms even more closer, so like this. Fine, so now we have the kitten inside as well, and we can make the inner piece of this robot as well. So let's come and select this piece, and duplicate this layer. So duplicate, let's use a duplicate one, go in solo mode, control shift and click on this, inverse the selection, and now delete the hidden part. Okay, so delete hidden, and now we can do one thing, B Z modeler brush, and I will make this part more okay, so let's change the direction properly. Yeah, now let's make it more smaller. And now what we can do, we can come here, we can come in QMesh, polygroup island, and extrude this thing. See, so now we have this thing, and we can bevel this edge actually. So let's come and bevel this edge. Yay! So this will work as a screen inside. See, like that. BMB move brush, and I want to make this thing fix the arm little bit. So if you see, come here, switch on the dynamic, and then I want to move the arms. Okay, so right now if you see it's a little bit hard, so let's come here and assign this one the curve and reduce the count. Let's reduce like this, I think more. Yeah, now perfect. Now we can move easily, see. So now perfect, arms are fit. And now we have the whole thing. See, I think we are done with everything. Only one piece is remaining there on here. So let's take one more cylinder, and let's rotate this. And now we can come here, delete this thing, we don't need it. Go and insert, and now do by holding Alt button, and now select Control Alt these faces, and let's make them like this, little bit more bigger. Yep. So now we have this thing more rotated like this. See, so now we have that shape, and now we can also mirror the shape on the both sides. Cool. And now we can come here, okay, and we can, if you see, it is hard surface, but still because it's toony, so it's little bit curvy, so we can assign some bend curve again, and switch on the symmetry. Now assign again, yeah, and now we can move it little bit here, like this, like this, like this. Perfect. So now everything is looking good here, and now we will soften the whole shape, because right now everything is very blocky. So save as, and you can see one more thing, it's very thin on the top, so we can assign the deformer as well. Let's make a top mode. Cool. And middle part we can make more thicker, and we can do this. And now it is looking more nice. We can little bit reduce the size. Yeah, like that. Cool now. So save this file. Okay, so now everything is done, and we can go and we start dividing the mesh. So let's come here, and now if you see the body is also a little bit curvy, it will come automatically. So let's come here and let's assign creases. So I will assign the creases, and now soften them. So if you see this edge is also getting softened, and we don't want it. So let's hit Control W, single polygroup, and let's try this group by normal. So perfect. I think it's coming very perfect. So now you can go here and you can hit on crease. So it will assign the creases on the basis of your polygroups. Okay, where you have different polygroup, it will add some supporting creases. And now you can divide. So Control D, Control D, Control D, and you can see it's looking very nice now. This thing, this shape, and even this thing is coming very nice. And now let's come on the other part, this part. So the same thing we need here. We can come and we can assign group by normals, and then again we can hit on crease. See, Control D, and it's coming very nice, but here we don't need this. I think here we are getting different polygroup. Yeah, so undo this. We need same polygroup here. So what we will do, Z modeler brush, and holding Alt, you can paint a single polygroup on these. See, like that. Now perfect. And now you can add creases again and just divide them. Okay, like that. And if you see, now we have very nice softened shape here. Very nice. We can even make it more bigger. See, like that. So now it is looking very nice. Even make it more bigger. Yeah. And we can come here. We can make it a little bit more bigger. Perfect. And we have to mirror these shapes on the opposite side as well. So mirror these. Fine. So how I mirror, you have to come here in Z plugin, mirror, and merge into one subtool, and then hit OK. Choose your axis according to your scene. And now we can come here, we can even divide this thing more soften. Yeah, nice. And now let's come on this. So I switched on the solo mode, and let's switch. Yeah, group by normal again, and crease polygroup, and then after 3 subdivision I'm removing it another creases. See, now we don't have the creases because I want some softened result, and now it's even more softened, and it's looking very nice. And here again go in solo, and I think here we have 2 pieces. Okay, fine. So let's hide this one, and delete hidden. So you can delete the hidden part by coming here and hitting on this button, and now you can come again on polygroups and group by normal, and now you can come here and then crease polygroup, divide couple of times, remove, and see smoothness. You will get some smoothness automatically. Very nice. And now I want to come to this shape as well. Here also first I want to extrude this. I want some thickness here. So let's come in Q mesh and extrude this thing like this. And yep, there it is good actually. And now we can again hit group by normal. Okay, it's fine, I think. Yeah, fine. So we can assign the creases directly, and then see, very nice, like that. and now we can do unfreeze. One more division. Now let's see. Yeah, very nice, very softened kind of result. And now we can come on this piece as well, and let's do one thing, because if you see this whole thing is smooth, this whole thing is smooth. So let's come and group by normal. So now this thing has one polygroup, this thing has one polygroup, which is perfect, and this thing has different polygroup, which is fine. And let's now hit creases. So click crease polygroup and then divide this, and then see, very nice shape. And now we can delete the creasing, because I want some smoothness as well. And see, some nice smoothness is coming on the top. You can control this smoothness even more with some more brushes. Okay, so it's fine for now. And let's come here on the arm, and on the arm I want to separate the fingers. So for separating the fingers, you can hold the Control Shift button and hide this thumb and choose box here, rectangle here. Yeah, I think I don't know, I will check after after this video. So I think my noise removing application is actually installed. So I think that is actually reducing the voice as well. So I will try to speak a little bit more loud. So let's do one thing, Control Shift and click on this button, on this subtool, and see we have two polygroups only. So now we can take advantage of split and then group split. Okay, so you can come here and you can hit on this group split button, and now see this is separate, this is separate, and let's divide this piece. See, so now we have more curvy and more nice. BIN inflate brush. If you see, my arm is actually more heavy, but here it is not that heavy, so we can do one more thing, come in dynamic, and now we can make this part more heavy. See, like that. So now our arms are actually more heavy. We can make the top part even a little bit more heavy. Now we can use the move brush, and we can come here and we can even make this part a little bit more curvy, like that, very easy. Hey Mayur Dange, how are you? So see, now we have a very nice shape here. We can even make this part little bit more thicker, like that, and see, very good. Here we have little socket as well, so we can make the socket. Let's come here and Z modeler brush, and let's see where we have to make. So we have to make here. So let's select. Okay, so right now we have to delete the subdivision. So delete the subdivision, we actually don't need it. And now Alt and paint these faces. Hey Mayur Dange, how are you? And now we can do this. Okay, till here I think it's fine. So hi Bharat, and now we can actually, okay, so right now if you see, we are getting, okay, it's also looking good, but yeah, this is not extrude, so we can do one more thing, come here and take extrude, and now island, and now extrude like this, and we can actually bevel the inside part. So come here and transpose polygroup island, and then you have to hit on this and center pivot. Just change the orientation of your gizmo, that is very important, and make it, hi Shubham, how are you, and make it like this. Okay, and see, now we have the socket as well, and the socket is also looking very good, everything is fine. And now we can add the subdivision actually. Okay, one more thing, we have one more socket here. So let's come here, and first I will do one thing, go in vertex, hold space bar and split. I'm good, Bharat, how are you, where are you from? So split, and now let's come here and add this looping here like this. See, very nice. And we can make this more like oval. If you see, it looks like more little bit oval, so we can come here, transpose, and we can hit on this and center pivot, and let's make it little bit like this. Okay, and now we can come here in Q mesh and let's make it extrude. See, and transpose, polygroup island, hit on this, center pivot. Karnataka, nice. I was in Karnataka. I have like I lived there for I think 1.5 years. Very cool place, and I love Italy. Today I had Italy. So now we have this extrude shape here, and it looks very nice. If you see, our arms is actually little rotated. So let's come in here and Z plugin, and then T pose sub T pose mesh. Let's do this. So now your every layer will be combined with low level, and now what we can do, change your brush. So BMB move brush, Control Shift and click. Do this, hide this, see, like that. And I'm from Kanpur actually. So symmetry on. So I'm Kanpur UP. And let's rotate it little bit like this. And see, now we can see that hole more in the front, little bit more lower, little bit more rotated, and now it looks more nice. And what from okay, you had Italy today. Nice, nice. Okay, so now I want to scale the whole thing little bit, so let's hide this thing. Okay, and I don't know, I forgot actually when we talked. Okay, let's do this and see. Yeah. So now I think the arms and everything is looking good, and if you want to, like, we will pose the model as well, but not today, Hana. I think in the next class, and then again T pose sub T, and boom. So with all changes, you will get your layers back. And now let's subdivide this thing as well. So let's put the creases. So creases, and see, now we can subdivide this. And if you see, we can get one more seam in the middle actually. Okay. Maybe, yeah. So now we can come here and we can actually hide the half part. So Control Alt and Control Shift, sorry, and then select the lasso. And let's do one thing. Let's make sure the symmetry is working. And Control Shift and Alt and hide this part like this. See? And now assign a different polygroup here. So Control W like that. And now what will happen? We will have one advantage here, that we will get a sharpage. So let's assign crease and see, now we have a different polygroup, and because of those polygroups we are getting a seam here in the middle. And now let's divide and see. So now you will get a seam here in the middle automatically. So it will look more nice, see, very nice. And I want to tilt arm little bit more like this, so it will be more visible. And if you see, it looks more nice now, more clean and nice. Cool. Let's save the file, because bad luck can come to you anytime and your file will crash. So save the file. Okay, so now we have a lot of shape actually. Okay, so we can also select this piece, use your move brush, switch off the dynamic, and we can move the shoe a little bit more inside, like that. And now this piece, So let's do the same thing here. If you see, we don't have any polygroup here, so we will come here in polygroups and assign group by normal. Okay, so you will get different polygroup on every different angle. And now geometry, I don't know what kind of noise you guys are getting. I will check the video after publishing, and if the voice is slow, I will do something for the next time. So I'm sorry if you are getting some less noise, less voice actually. And now let's crease, Control D, uncrease, yeah, like that. And now see, very nice. And we can come here. If you see, it is actually more narrow, and even on the middle we are getting a sharp edge on the pelvis. So we will come here and let's do one thing. So Control Shift and select this and make it sharp like this. Okay, and okay, mask this piece and now do the same thing. Right now we can't see the back, so switch on double. Okay, you can switch on the double again by going in this option. And now we have to fix the orientation. So see, Alt and click and it already fixed. So see, we have some sharpness. I want to move this edge as well. Switch on the symmetry. Yeah, and now let's make it more sharp. And see, very nice. And now we can unhide everything else, and let's do the same thing in the front as well. BZ modeler brush. I want to delete this middle, like this edge actually. We can make it again, make it later. And right now if you see, some part is actually weird here, so Control Alt, select this thing, center pivot, reset the orientation and make it flat. See, fixed. So it's very easy actually. And now we can come here, select this and select this and select this. Yeah, fine. And mask these vertices, we don't need them. And yeah, see, make it like very sharp like this. Okay, and now if you see, this piece is actually more sharp on the bottom, so we can assign the deformer, Control Alt, and now we can move it more closer like this. So now you can see, we can delete these loops as well, delete them, we don't need them. Okay, and now select these, so switch on the symmetry as well, and now select these, center pivot and more narrow little bit. Yeah, and now fine. And see, now we have much better shape. But yeah, this shape is little bit, we can make it more interesting. So I will take my move brush and now make it more curvy like this. See, much better. Little bit more in the front. Yeah, same I will do in the back. So I always cross check stuff with my move brush, like usually if I can do in that shape, then I always do. And now it's looking very nice, more sharper I think. Yeah, fine. And now we can actually come and assign polygroups on it and make this piece more in like that. And now we can come and apply the polygroups. So apply the polygroups, group by normal, and so you can reduce the angle. Right now it's not coming here, so you can reduce the angle, make it 36. And now let's do, not going, now let's do, yeah, see, so now it's working here. Hey Mayur Dange. And Control Shift click, switch off the symmetry, and Control Shift and hide this part, hit Control W. Okay, so you will get different polygroup here, and do the same thing here, Control W. So why I did this, because I need one straight sharp edge in the middle, that's why. And now let's come in geometry and then hit on polygroup and then see, yay, so 3 times and even more sharp, because that is actually very sharp. So let's hit 4 times and now unfreeze this, and now Control D. We can actually make 5 as well. So one more time with creases. Okay, so 5 times and now uncrease this time, and see, now some softness we have, and it's looking very nice now. Yeah. And now we can come here, do the same thing. So Mayur Dange, you had dinner? Tell me. Group by normal and now crease. Pum pum pum. Okay, so it's looking now very nice, sharp and nice. And now we can actually make this thing more like this. Okay, and it's a hard surface, so we can make it more like a hard surface. See how what we can do actually here. We can go here and we can again apply polygroups and group by normal. Now let's come here and crease, and so where is crease? This crease. So divide one more time. So and now delete the lower subdivisions. So what will be the advantage actually? If you see we have more looping here. Okay, you can divide actually one more time. So let's do and divide and now delete it. See, like that. Remove the creases. We don't need it. So delete, delete, uncrease. Okay. So now B Z modular brush, and I will add one very close looping here. Choose single edge loop. Sorry, and do this. So what I'm doing, see this, do this, do this, do this. So I'm making it more interesting. So let's see, yeah, like that. And now what we can do actually, we can make a copy of this layer. Okay, so let's make a copy of this layer. So Control Shift T, and in this copy one we will scale down the size little bit. See, inflate and little bit inside like that. Okay, now choose the upper one and delete the other parts. Okay, so come here in geometry and delete it here. Now Control Shift and choose your lasso. Okay, and click on this, click on this. See, so by holding Control Shift and click you can do this with lasso. And now delete it. So come to any face and then Q mesh and then polygroup all. Now do this and then see. Yeah. See, very nice. And now you can divide it. See, so now we have more interesting shape here. It looks more like a hard surface, like that. So keep it, and now everything is very smooth, looks very nice. And now save this file as well. Okay, so now we will come here and we will do the same thing here. So group by normal and then crease and then delete this. See, so now we have some solution here as well. Select this piece and now we will, and if you see actually we have some hole here, so we can make some hole. Come here, switch off the perspective, and let's come here and choose your Z modular brush, and let's come on a stitch. Let's make this shape here. Same shape here, and now Control Shift and click again, inverse. See, hidden. Now we can delete it, delete hidden, and now we can come here and bridge. You can go in two holes, and now you can click on this and then click on this, and see, done. And now we can go in insert and delete this looping. We don't need it. See, boom. So now we have a more nice shape, and let's assign group by normal again. So polygroup and then group by normal, and then you can assign crease, Control D, uncrease, So I'm increasing for getting the smoothness, but I think third is not enough. So keep for one more time. Divide for 4 times. Now let's see. See, very nice. So now we have this piece, and if you see, we have to add one nut bolt as well here. So let's come hold the space bar and change the brush, and let's select any this brush, the nut bolt one, okay, and let's choose anyone. Let's see, let's choose this one, and now insert one this kind of nut bolt. This thing is very big, and now let's do this. I will come here and I will put it inside little bit like this, like this, like this, and like this on top of it. So now this thing is connected with this nut bolt. It's big, so it can be visible very easily, okay, and you can mirror this, I think. Okay, so right now if you see, it is not on the accurate position, so we can hide this. Okay, symmetry is open. Switch off the symmetry, and now you can delete hidden and make a single polygroup on this, and let's come here and group split. Okay, okay, and now mirror it. So Z plugin, and then subtool master, and then mirror, and then boom, fine. So now we have accurate shape, and it's looking very nice here. Okay, so if you see, the shape is not visible here, so I think this piece is not symmetrical. So let's come here, and we can hit mirror and world. So we can hit letter as well, or you can do one more thing. You can switch off the symmetry, okay, and let's take move brush, switch off the dynamic, and now we can bring this part little close, yeah, till here, like that. So now this part is also visible and nice as well. Go like this. Yeah. So make your brush size bigger, then you can do this easily. And now let's come here, and if you see, on the middle we have one sharp crease, so let's hit group by normal, and here we need single polygroup. The single polygroup is already there, then it's perfect. Control shift, and then hide the half part. So let's hide the half part, and let's hide this. Okay, so this is actually symmetrical, and it's fine. And let's create a single a polygroup here, and now see, we will come and we will add creases. So now we have creases and divide, and see, now we have sharp edge on the top. Uncrease, and now add some smoothness as well, so it's looking very nice like this. See, and now we can come here on the teeth part, and we can do the same thing here as well. So group by normal. Again, we need different polygroups here, so let's come here, group by normal, and yeah, I think everything is fine. Let's check, assign creases, and then divide it, and see, everything is looking fine. I think this thing is wrong here, so let's come here, and we are getting actually different. Okay, so I think there are some hidden faces inside. Let's check. Yeah, see, so we have some faces inside actually, so we can remove it. Just click here and do one thing, inverse this, and now hide everything else, and now inverse this, and now delete. So delete hidden, boom, and now see, done. So now we can again hit group by normal, and B Z modular brush. So because here we need sharp edge, so we need different polygroup here. You can do one thing, hold Alt button with Z modular brush and paint these like this, and the same thing we can do here, the same thing we can do here by holding Alt, and now you can apply creases, and then see, boom, very nice. So here also. So I will come here unto this here as well, and now do crease, and see, now it will be sharp. And now uncrease the polygroups. We want some smoothness as well, and see, boom. So now it is our job is done. If you see, the shape is actually coming very close here, so we can do one thing, BMV move brush, and switch off the dynamic, and turn on little bit lower subdivision, let's say 3, switch on the symmetry as well, and I want little bit more till the back, like that. So move brush is always very helpful, like that. Make sure this thing is off, like this, and see, now it's looking very nice. And now we can, I think everything is done. We can come here on the curtain and we can make the face even more better. So Control D, it's divided now. And we can come in ears, and we can make some socket for the ears. It's not given in the concept, but you can do from your own. So okay, symmetry we need, so it will look more nice, like this. See, like that. So by holding so I'm holding my Alt button, because if you see, the Z add is on, so that's how you can make the opposite detail. And now I want some furry parts as well. Yes, share with your friends. So B, and then snake hook brush. So I'm using my snake hook brush, actually it's very good for making or like pulling the surface. See, so I'm making some like little hair, some hairs here, like this, soften this part now. So I made some basic hairs. I want some hairs on this here as well. Let's say like this. See, now it's looking even more good. We can make it curvy as well, little bit curvy as well, like this. And now we can come here and we can make the eyes. So I will use the slash brush. Actually I don't want to make it too detailed, it's very toony, so I just want to make it easy. So let's come and let's do this, and now you can do this and see, she is happy, she is good, fine. And now we can come here, and around the nose we can come B, C, V, and we can make their nose as well little bit if you want, little bump only. And I want to make the lip even more sharper, so I'm softening the lip actually by holding shift button, so it's becoming more sharp, like this. And divide this thing more, and see, polish this thing little bit. Yep. And now I want to do one more thing. I want to soften the inner part, this part. So I will take one brush here and come in brushes, and then you can go in smooth brushes. Let's say very smooth. Yeah, so there is smooth, and here you have one brush, smooth stronger. Let's take this. Okay, hit OK, and now when you will hold shift, that brush will come, see, smooth stronger. And now we can make this edge even more sharp, see, yeah, like that. And here we can make it more sharper, yeah, like that. And now she looks more happy. Now standard, and make this, yeah, the corners of her lip. And now she looks like more happy. Now we can subdivide the body as well little bit. BMV move brush, and we can sculpt little bit. So let's switch on the symmetry as well, and I want to make the tummy even more puffy. Yes, and arms, divide them as well. You can hit Control D for dividing your subtools, and move them more close. Yep, and see, now it's looking even more nice. And now we can come and we can actually select this mesh, make it more, snap it properly like this. Okay, and now we can do one thing, apply the crease. You can hit on this button, crease polygroup, and now divide it. See, it's becoming more soft. So right now I'm not focusing a lot on the inner part. Okay, I'm just focusing on the overall design, that's all, because we don't have a lot of time as well. Cool then. And now if you see, we are pretty much done with everything, just the fingers. So if you see, the fingers are actually weird, because they are not thin on the other end. So you can do one more thing, you can soften this part a little bit and change your brush, so you can come here and you can switch, reduce the intensity, and see, now it's more narrow, this thing is more narrow, this thing is more narrow, and this end is also more narrow. If you see, the nail part is actually pretty much long, so and you can now come here and you can pull this mesh like this, see, so now it looks like nail, and the same thing we can do here, we can do this, pull this, so it will look like nail. Do the same thing here, it will look like nail, and do the same thing here as well, it will look like nail. And now we will soften, see, it will look like a corner. So now we are making the joints actually, and for making the joints you can come here, you can pull them a little bit, okay, and then soften this, so it will look like one. So the same thing here, flatten this, see now, so it looks like joint. The same thing you have to do here, do this like that, and the same thing here like that. Okay, so now if you see, the fingers are looking more nice, even we are getting this thing as well, the joints. Mayur Dange is happy, I'm happy, everyone is happy. Okay, fine. So see, now the fingers are also looking very nice, and we can do one thing now. Let's come PZ modular brush, and okay, hold Control Shift and make sure by holding Control Shift you have lasso here. If you have this, change to lasso. Okay, and now you can come and let's add one subdivision here, and now let's add one subdivision here. Let's add one subdivision here, let's add one here, the same thing here, and then here, and here we can do the same thing. Let's add one here and one here. Okay, fine. And now we can come, hold Control Shift and click, hide this, hide this, and hide this, hide this, and hide this, and hide this, and hide this. Cool. So now see, we have the segments automatically, and what you can do now, you can hide the top parts as well. So okay, delete the hidden parts, let's delete it. Okay, now do it, and Control Shift Alt, and see, now it's hidden, and we can do the same thing with these. So let's come here, Control Shift and Alt. Okay, sorry, little bit weird. Now done. And now we can go with this as well. So yep, boom. Okay, I think by mistake I extruded the thing. Okay, now it's done. And let's do this. So you have to change. I have more ways, but I'm going to show you in an easy way. So sometimes I have to do again. Okay, fine. So now everything is done and everything is good. And now we can delete hidden actually. So delete hidden, and now let's extrude See, by using the modular brush, boom. So now we have the fingers. Now you can subdivide it and see, boom, very nice. So now we have the fingers as well, and they are looking very nice. So that's how you guys can start your hard surfaces stuff inside Zbrush. Save this thing. I will quickly change the colors as well. So I will take this color, make it this, and let's make it more little bit reddish like this. Yep, little bit more this. So because right now our shader is little bit like grayish, so I want more yellowish. Yep, and little bit reddish tone. Yeah, so this, nope. Let's take so this thing is actually nice. Yeah, and now we can fill the same color tone here, and now we can do the same thing here, and for this piece we can apply some darker tones, and here we can actually fill this. So how I'm filling, actually I am hitting on this button every time. Fill object, whenever you have to fill color, use this. I'm doing with shortcut, actually means hotkeys, and here also you can do the same thing. You can apply crease, divide it, yeah, like this, and let's assign this tone here, little bit lighter, little bit desaturated, and some more reddish tone on the back, and some more. You can pick the same tone by dragging on any part, and now do the same thing here as well, little bit lighter like this, same here, and same here, same here as well, and let's change the color, darker color here, and same color here, and I want some lighter tone of this, actually of this. Let's hit this. On the kitten we want some skin tone, this, and this, and now we can select this, fill here. On the, if you see in this part we have more orange tone, so control and click on this, and now you can change the color, and now hit, see, like that. And now more darker tone on the antenna, on this one as well, and here again we can come and we can add group by normal crease and divide this, and yeah, cool. Yep, like that. And let's change the background color as well. So you can come here and document, and you can change the color from here as well. Let's take make it white. So you can pick, I like this color, actually the light tone. And now see we have this, and cool. So cool, then you can also change the material as well. Suppose I want to change the matte shiny, so you can come here, you can select this piece, switch on the material mode, go in color, and then fill object, okay, and then see you will get this shader, the shiny material here. So that's how you can paint the material as well. So cool then. So today we did the sculpting part of this guy. I like the dark background, actually. So let's come here and make it yep. So cool then, today we did the modeling part of this guy. Okay, and if you guys me to like if you guys want me to do the posing and the detailing or whatever, if you guys may like want me to do the posing as well, so like let me know in the comments. I will do in the next class. Okay, and let's save the file. Yep. So cool then. So today we did the modeling part of this guy from scratch, and I think maybe you guys it will help you guys a lot, and or you guys can also try the same concept, and let me like you guys can share the screenshot on the comment so I can see it, and let me also know what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see some lighting stuff, rendering stuff, or some Maya modeling stuff, or key shot or whatever, so write down on the comments. So I will try to include those as well a little bit in our videos. Okay, you can also come here and you can come in render. You can come in and you can make this value 1, so you will get more darker shadows. See, now it is looking more even impactful. So that's how do this, and let me know what you guys want more, and see you guys. Please, if you like the video, share and subscribe with your friends as well, so they can join us and they can see these series. And if you guys want me to make more videos, and share as much as you can, subscribe this, and also comment what you guys want in the next lesson. Bye bye, take care guys, good night.